From Canada Field in Vancouver, Canada, welcome everybody for Monday Night SFL action presented by APM Music. Tonight's matchup features a rematch from Week 2 as Canada's Vancouver Legion play host to the Queen City Corsairs of Buffalo, New York. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me in the booth is the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson, and also T-Roy Gaines joining us tonight. With us on stats is Stephen Hacker. Matt, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You barely made it to the stadium. I hear your flight was delayed. Some problems with customs in Mexico, or what was the deal with that?
Cheap SFL transportation.
T-Roy's joining us in the booth. How you doing tonight, T-Roy?
I'm doing fine. I was able to make the flight here from wherever I was at yesterday.
He doesn't even know.
Indeed.
Some questionable activity on what might have been taking place with T-Roy last night. He doesn't even remember where he was. So a good game tonight, guys. After suffering a loss to Chicago in Week 1, Corsairs have gone to win on 5 straight, including a victory over Vancouver in Week 2. Vancouver, they're sitting at 2-4, and they appear on paper to be, the lesser of the teams, perhaps. But, however, in the 2 victories that they had, they both came at home where we are tonight, and the Legion put up 38 points in each of those games, one of which was against Chicago, the only team to beat the Corsairs. So, personally, I feel this is anyone's ball game tonight, and looking forward to seeing this one get started. So, it's time to get this rematch underway. Let's head down to the field where the Corsairs have the ball ready to be kicked off, and we are underway here in Canada Field. Kick is taken back by the kick returner up to the 30-yard line, where we will see the Vancouver Legion take over on offense, led by quarterback Tom Pepper. Other key players here on the Vancouver offense are running back Ivan Sanchez, wide receivers Chris Braun, Brett Killian, and Mickey Martino. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Ball is handed off to Sanchez, running off tackle to the left, and he's got some space. Gains 8 up to the 38-yard line, second down and 2.
Exactly what you want to see on first down. A nice gain of 8, and now your playbook's wide open. Second and 2, you can go play action. You can throw a little out, or you can just run the ball again, which is probably what I would do.
They do come out in a running formation. Vancouver does not heavily use Sanchez, so it's interesting to see. We do see him twice to get this game started as he gets a first down and more, dragging defenders with him up to the 49-yard line. Nice first down gain by Sanchez. Let's take a look at the key players here on the Queen City defense. Defensive lineman Jeff Duffy, all 300 pounds of him make up the key player on the defensive line. Outside linebacker Avery King, been in the league 6 seasons now. Cornerbacks Pharaoh Raines and Oscar Dunkley, and 3 different safeties, Zane Doty, Achilles Frank, and Nacho Sicario. Pepper to throw an out route to the right-hand side, top of your screen to Braun. Good enough for a first down up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, what do you think there, T-Roy? I don't think that first couple of plays could go any better.
No, it couldn't. And like Mike just said, Sanchez is very rarely used. Just 104 carries up to this point, 390 on the ground. We'll see if they're going to continue to feed him the ball today.
Sanchez actually has the least amount of carries among running backs in the league, except for the 2 on Alaska, as he takes, this pass is actually checked down to the fullback, the brick wall. That's right, the brick wall. Gains only 2, second down and 8.
Just another brick on the wall. Yeah, and I like using Sanchez here because Queen City really runs a nickel and dime primarily, so should have lots of room, especially, like I say, up the middle. Don't try to string too many to the outside.
Yeah, he was the fullback last year.
He doesn't know what he wants to do. He was the running back, the fullback, now the halfback again.
3 receiver set. Pass is incomplete. Thrown into coverage. Well defended by Nacho Sicario. Third down and 8.
Yeah, and that's kind of throwing it into the heart of this defense, which is a secondary.
Yeah, he already has 4 INTs up to this point. You got to be careful throwing into this very deadly Queen City secondary.
Trips formation to the top of your screen, 4 receiver set. Pepper back to throw, fires wide open, receiver on the right-hand side, complete for a first down up to the Queen City 26-yard line. Pass hauled in by Kyle Cobb.
Yeah, so far I was about to say, they went away from Sanchez and they were having some rough luck, but luckily they the well-designed play there, wide open, nice grab.
Now, the Legion 2-4 on the season. Coming off a loss last week at Las Vegas, 13-29. Obviously looking to rebound here as that pass is caught by Mickey Martino over the middle for a gain of 7. And, I think, Matt, this is a really good way for them to do it. Just slowly chip away at this Queen City defense. Take these small chunk plays where you can get them. And, gaining 7 on first down, it makes second down a whole lot easier.
Definitely, and I definitely would want to see him go back to Sanchez here now. Try to grind out this first down.
Do indeed hand the ball off to Sanchez, running off tackle to the right. Gains another first down, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line, and they're knocking on Queen City's door inside the red zone.
Yeah, I don't know, T-Roy, you like this use of Sanchez here early on?
Yes, I do. And it's also impressive that their O-line and their fullbacks doing a great job leading the way. If it weren't for them doing their job, Sanchez would not get the yards he's been getting so far.
3 receiver set on first down and 10. Pepper back to throw. Fires over the middle. Pass is complete again. Chris Braun with another 7-yard gain on first down. Brings up probably, like the 4th second down and 3 we've seen on this drive.
The thing about Andy Hamilton, he sees these great teams, these one-loss teams on his schedule, and he game plans really heavily. He takes a look, and I think we're seeing the result of that here so far tonight.
4 receivers set on second down and 3. Seems like a good opportunity to run Sanchez. He is lined up in the backfield, but they don't as he drops it down over the middle, complete. First down and goal from the 1-yard line. Martino with another reception.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, T-Roy? Just to hammer home his Sanchez here? I'd give him to him 3 straight times.
Yeah, I don't see why not. He's been gaining positive yards so far in this drive. Just feed the beast, get your 6.
Sanchez with only 3 touchdowns on the season so far, none last week in their loss. Pepper to throw, out route left and nearly intercepted, right in and out of the hands of Achilles Frank.
If you're going to throw, they should have went out route at the top. Yeah. You're playing way off, but you don't want to throw it to the teeth of the defense with this little field.
Yeah, nearly a devastating end to that drive. That was, Achilles Frank already has 2 interceptions on the season. He has one, as recent as last week in their win over Tulsa. So we see Pepper back under center, same formation as that last play. Pepper will throw, kind of fading it back to the back of the end zone. Again, well defended. Farrell Raines had his hands on it. That brings up a 3rd down and goal. And, Matt, you said you would like to see Sanchez get the ball 3 times in a row, and so far 0 for 2.
I don't know, T-Roy. It's like opposite day.
Yeah, but here's the thing. On those previous 2 pass plays, the running back Sanchez was wide open to the right, and the Tom Pepper didn't look his way. We'll see what happens on this play.
3 receivers bunched to the top of the formation. Pepper back to throw again. Wide open is the brick wall into the end zone for a Vancouver touchdown.
All in all, it's just another brick.
Oh, no. What have I done? I've got Wilson and Gaines.
Yep, you got 2 singers up in here.
I hope everybody's ready for some songs tonight. These 2 are going to be singing.
Well, the Vancouver offense is singing, taking the ball right down the field, kind of stumbled a little bit on the goal line there, but eventually they get it done to the wall.
Well, 6 points on the board early. Go ahead, T-Roy.
I would say he was a brick wall. I was about to sing it, but
oh god, yeah. Listen, one song per drive is actually the SFL limit. It's in the official broadcaster's handbook.
All right, Tiro, you got next one.
All right, sounds good.
Extra point is up and through. Vancouver up early, 7-0 over the visiting Corsairs. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the first quarter. I'm Mike Daggs, the play-by-play commentator. I'm joined in the booth by Matt Wilson and T-Roy Gaines. We're just having a broadcast party here tonight. Stephen Hacker, another one of our fellow broadcasters, in the stats truck. Appreciate him being here as well, keeping us up to date on how these teams are doing. And Ashley Finch has the ball teed up, kicking it away to the Corsairs. J.K. Johnson III to return, running straight up the middle, brings it to the 33-yard line. We will see the Queen City offense getting their first crack at it, led by longtime quarterback A.J. Caswell, now in his 5th season in the league, all of which are with the Queen City Corsairs. Running back Ash Odom, another household name, started his career in Alaska 4 seasons ago, now with Queen City for the past 3. Wide receivers J.K. Johnson III, who just returned that kick, Chris Curtis, and Stephen Hackers. That ball is carried by Odom straight into the arms of the Vancouver defender. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Odom's the guy you got to be concerned with this offense. Where he goes, this team goes. If you can bottle him up and make Queen City throw the ball, I like your chances a lot better. But if Odom's loose, could be a long game for Vancouver.
I showed him with 742 yards on the season so far. Averages 4.7 per game. Caswell to throw. Quick pass over the middle. That one is complete.
Wow.
Hauled in. Wow, yeah, I thought he dropped it, but that's Stephen Hacker. And, you know, Hacker, rookie, 14th overall pick this season, is actually the leading receiver on the Queen City Corsairs. 652 yards, overtaking longtime leading receiver Chris Curtis, who has kind of taken a back burner a little bit to Hacker. As you see Hacker just yawning. That was too easy.
Yeah, yawning or checking his neck.
3 receivers set here on 1st down and 10 from midfield. Pump fake, and that one is also hauled in and complete for gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Vancouver's out for blood. That last 2 hits have been kind of devastating there. But you know, they're holding them to small chunks.
Second down and 3 from the 42-yard line. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Odom breaking the first tackle, but wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage by Dante West, tackled for a loss. Let's take a look at the key players here on the Vancouver defense. At the linebacker position, Levant Irvine coming over from Las Vegas this past offseason. Frank Champion, another longtime player in the SFL, 4 seasons in the league. Cornerbacks Jimmy Ligon, a Week 3 signing, and Dante West. As Odom just gets tackled shy of the 1st down marker. Free safeties Mark Lopez and Gus Schultz, another rookie on this defense. The defense is able to hold, and Corsairs will have to punt on their opening possession.
I think they're going for it.
Well, the crowd certainly seems to be indicating that they might, and you know, this is field position. They may actually snap this one from the 40-yard line. And they do. They hand the ball off to Odom, and he is wrapped up and stopped. The Vancouver defense wins the battle.
You don't want to go that way. You want to hit it quick here up the middle. You try to stretch to the outside. Vancouver's defense was running, waiting. They had a bunch of guys on the side. So, yeah, that's quite a momentum shift towards Vancouver. Now if they can drive the ball down the field with great field position and even get a field goal out of this, they got to feel good about themselves.
I was half expecting Caswell to just take it himself. He's a quarterback that's known for running. Pepper back to throw on 1st down. Another quick, easy check down over the middle of the field, hauled in by Martino. Another gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Vancouver's throwing the ball around a lot, but these short passes have been just keeping them ahead of the sticks, ahead of schedule, and should be Sanchez time, hopefully pretty soon.
4 receiver set on 2nd down and 4. Pepper back to throw. Has a man open down the right side of the field. Complete, beautiful touch pass hauled in by Martino. 1st and 10 from the 27.
Coach Wilson strikes again. I tell him to run, they throw, and this is just a beauty. Beats coverage, and just luckily the safety was there to prevent that touchdown.
Farrell Raines, the undrafted rookie corner, in on the coverage. Just looked like he was a little bit confused on that play, and check out the secondary here, Matt, kind of backing off a little bit, respecting the pass. And they go right to Sanchez as they see the defense back off, and doesn't quite work. Gain of only 1. I think that's their shortest gain of the night. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, but shouldn't discourage them from running Sanchez some more. Just kind of again going off tackle and not hitting up the middle. I would really want to hit up the middle, especially on this defense.
Split backs in the backfield. Pepper in the gun. Pepper firing into the end zone. Touchdown!
Take it, TJ. Or T-Roy.
Hey, but that was a nice dot by Pepper going to Mickey Martino and Fred and Neal, and I believe it was 3 Queen City Corsairs there. Still able to get that pass off to Mickey Martino, the team's actually 2nd leading receiver. That is his 7th touchdown of this season. Great job by Martino, and a great job by Vancouver, basically making Queen City pay for going for it.
Yeah, he ran a go, and then it turned into a little bit of a post and caught the defender off guard, and just a beautiful throw for the touchdown there. And maybe we have another shocker in the works.
Absolutely could, as the extra point is up and good. 14-0 here in the first quarter. Still 2 minutes 12 seconds to go. But I mentioned it in the opening. Queen City 5-1. They've been plugging away since their 1 loss to Chicago. But Vancouver, I can't help but look at their record and just feel like it's deceiving. I mean, 2-4, but those 2 victories were 38 points each, and they were both here at home. So here we are tonight in Vancouver, and just I don't think they're afraid of the Corsairs. I think they're ready to take them on and see what they've got. And so far the game is going in Vancouver's favor. And forgive the scoreboard. Our operator seems to be having technical difficulties. We'll get that updated for you shortly.
Darn that Irvino.
Well, he's an intern, so we'll see how things. Cameroon Irvino is out. There we go. Good job. I guess he can keep his job for now. Caswell back to throw on 1st down. Firing over the middle. Incomplete pass. Bounced off the hands of his intended target, Jones Branch, one of the backup receivers. Not quite sure why he was in, but incomplete, and that brings up a 2nd and 10.
Man, T-Roy, you don't often see this offense in this much disarray.
Yeah, and there's a rule. If the ball touches your hands, you must complete that catch. There's a reason why we don't see him that much, because he's struggling to catch that ball. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, and look at the stuff in the box for Vancouver.
Yeah, 9 in the box, it looks like. Caswell to throw. Checks it down to Odom. I think he caught it, but fell right out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10, and the Queen City offense just struggling to get going here tonight.
Yeah, it's an Andy Hamilton special so far. I was going to say in the intro that, he's a master, like I said, of those game plans, especially against these good teams. And, boy, he's dialed up a good one so far tonight.
Caswell back to pass. Out route complete to Chris Curtis, but he did not get to the line to gain. They'll bring up a 4th down and 2. And
is he hurt?
Oh,
looks
no.
like, that's a devastating blow for the Corsairs. Curtis is writhing in pain on the ground. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened here.
Hopefully it's just the wind got knocked out of him. That was a nice hit.
Landed funny on his shoulder, his arm.
Yeah, you never know. It could have been a vicious eye poke, Matt.
I know nothing about eye pokes.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying that somebody sacked you and got their eye poked, and you were the only one in the area. So
they got to pay the price.
Wow. Ricky Matthews on to punt for the Corsairs. Punt is away. Chris Braun back at the 25-yard line to return it. Goes nowhere. They'll mark him up at the 28, and we'll wait to see if we can get an update on Chris Curtis. Now, fortunately for the Queen City offense, they still have J.K. Johnson III, the undrafted rookie receiver, slash kick returner. You know, he's only got 181 yards on 16 receptions this season, but will be more heavily featured tonight. And of course, Stephen Hacker, approaching 700 yards and 9 touchdowns on the season. Pepper to throw another one of these passes over the middle. That one complete. Avery King leveling him. King, one of the leading tacklers in the league right now, gentlemen. I can't just keep saying Matt. 62 tackles on the season for King, and he actually just last week passed 500 tackles in his career. He's a tackling machine, this guy.
But again, big win for Vancouver. Second and less than 6. Gotta love it.
Ball is handed off to Sanchez. Has room. King hits him again, but not before another Vancouver first down.
Yeah, in Queen City, their defense has to stiffen up. I mean, even 3 from Vancouver is, I mean, it's pretty devastating would be down 17-0.
Yeah, but it also looked like he had a chance to bounce it on the side to get more yardage, but he cut inside, only settled for 3.
Sanchez takes the handoff on the right, breaks the first tackle, and once again, King. Now you can see why he's one of the leading tacklers. He's in on every tackle so far this drive.
Yeah, prefer not tackled 6 yards down the field. Be a good save there. But again, Vancouver, 2nd and 4.
You definitely got plenty of options here when you only got 4 yards to gain for that first.
Looks like a run. We'll see what they dial up.
Pepper to throw. That one's allegedly complete and then fumbled. I don't know about that. I think we're going to see the flag, and we know Andy's going to be pulling that out of his sock or wherever he keeps it. I actually don't even want to know, but
yeah, he has some history with ref 62 though, so I don't know. Maybe he paid him off this time. We'll have to find out.
Well, we'll see. Zane Doty with the recovery. Andy Hamilton in the chat already calling it incomplete. He's looking for that flag as we speak. Where is that pesky flag, he says? There it is. There's that flag. He found it. I think Martino had it, and he just got it from him. So let's take a look. It's Harry's Close Shave, Close Call Challenge. Let's take a look here. I'm going to guess it was just incomplete. T-Roy, what do you think?
It seemed like a bang-bang play. He didn't make a move at all, so I would assume it would be incomplete, but this is ref 62 we talking about.
It looked like Doty was even confused. Like, he picked up the ball, and he's like, that was incomplete, right?
What?
No, it's...
No,
ref
62's on crack.
Yeah, well, Matt, we don't speak about the Class 1 narcotics, but, yeah, you know, I think he's maybe just misinformed, but yes, that does go in Vancouver's favor. From shave sets to handles, Harry's provides quality craftsmanship made in Germany. They make Harry's products from the finest materials and ingredients to ensure they perform as well as they possibly can. Use the coupon code SimulationFL at purchase from harrys.com. Tom Pepper over the middle, complete to Brett Killian for yet another Vancouver first down. So that brings us to the end of your first quarter. But hey, getting back to Harry's, a portion of your purchase helps support the SFL. Harry's, the official razor of the SFL, and wow, the first quarter already done. Vancouver up over the Queen City Corsairs, 14-0. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator. I'm joined along in the booth tonight by Matt Wilson and T-Roy Gaines. And Pepper with a nice throw down the field to Brett Killian. Nice post route there, complete. Excuse me, I can't even speak. I should let you guys analyze. You're both here.
Yeah,
what am I talking about? Killian caught the ball. What happened?
That's our job, darn it. Yeah, he ran a post route, beat the coverage, and Pepper has just been very effective right now. 72% completion percentage for over 58 yards now, and that's what he has to do, keep a clean slate, and with this lead, it's just looking good for Vancouver.
Pepper back to throw, going the same direction again. Ooh, that one dangerous. Killian bounced off his hands. Dislocated finger for Chris Curtis. He might return. I think we'll see. He'll fight through it.
Yeah, just jam it in and tape them together. You'll be fine, son.
Just cut it off. You still have others.
So you want him to Ronnie Lott it, huh?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Darn it, T-Roy. It's all right. It's all right.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll get me back later this season. We face each other.
4 receiver set here on 2nd down and 10. Queen City showing pressure. Drop back into coverage. Pepper firing to Killian again. Caught it that time. 1st down and 10 from the 22-yard line. Killian showboating a little bit there.
We're shorted for that grab. He just plucked it out of the air. And that's a major league hit. It's no replay. Ah, darn you, Irvino.
We got to talk to this intern, Matt. I don't understand what he is doing here tonight. 1st down and 10 from the Queen City 22-yard line. Sanchez breaking the first tackle and running down the left-hand side of the field. Gains 8 up to the 14-yard line into the red zone. 2nd down and 2.
Poor blocking there, but Sanchez says, I don't care. I'm just going to run through it and get 8. And Queen City's knocking on, or Vancouver's knocking on Queen City's door here.
See if they continue to feed the beast. Maybe a run up the middle.
I'd love that.
Sanchez takes a handoff. Can't get the 1st down, but gains 1. 3rd down and 1.
Well, if you got a yard on that, you just give it to him again for another yard. Seems like maths.
Yeah, let's give it a shot and see. So on 3rd down and 1, offset I formation. Ball is handed off to Sanchez, and he gains just enough, Matt. There you go. You called it.
I wouldn't advise the off-tackle run. Sanchez might have been a little tired, but it works anyways. And there you go. Picked it up and keep rolling.
Yeah, for a guy that's 6'3", 230, you definitely want him to get downhill as soon as possible instead of cutting to the outside. But he's, like you said, was able to get the first.
Corsairs defense looks like they're expecting the pass. I don't know if Pepper just noticed that. Audibled at the line. Pepper will pass. Out route to the right-hand side. Complete to Martino. Gains 4. 2nd down and 6.
Good decision there. Top of the screen, everyone was covered. I was like, uh-oh, what are they going to do? Don't throw it to the teeth of the defense. All else fails, make the safe throw and live to play another down and, at least get your 3.
So 2nd and 6 from the 7. They actually could get another 1st down here before scoring if need be. Pepper back to throw, fires towards the end zone. That one nearly picked off by Avery King.
I was dropped by 81. And that's unfortunate. But I don't know. If I'm Vancouver, I would just run the ball with Sanchez. Get as many yards as I can. Take my 3. Don't throw a pick.
Yeah, definitely don't want to throw a pick in the red zone. Get the points. Add on to your lead.
Tom Pepper with 3 interceptions last week in the loss at Las Vegas. So they're probably trying to avoid repeating that on this 3rd down and 6. Pepper has time, fires into the end zone. That one's, wow, and 3 Queen City defenders right there. Pharaoh Reigns had his hands on it. None of them can bring it in, but it brings up a 4th down.
Whew. I was sweating on that play for Vancouver. It's exactly what you shouldn't do. Just throw it out or something, man. I don't know. But they're going to get their 3, knock on plastic here.
So Ashley Finch on for the field goal try. This one from 24 yards out. She is 8 of 8 on the season. Made 2 last week, long of 42. High snap brought down, kick is up, and it is good. Now a perfect 9 of 9 on the season as Vancouver extends their lead 17-0 over the 5-1 Queen City Corsairs.
Well, we've seen this before with 5-1 teams. It has been pretty for them so far this week.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything, y'all.
Well, since you brought it up, Matt, could you, I don't know, maybe throw me the ball more than just 4 times?
Can your son not fumble every
Well, okay, we'll take that offline. So Johnson returns. Ouch. He feels bad enough, man. Returns the ball up to the 20. He did. He returned one for a touchdown later on in the game. Anyway, back to Queen City, Vancouver. 1st down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Queen City offense has to get something going here. So far they've stalled out on their first 3 possessions and now down 17-0, about little over midway through the second quarter. Odom taking it up the middle for a gain of 4, and it's definitely not time to abandon the run. Might need to see a little bit more out of Ash Odom.
Yeah, but Vancouver's loving this because this slow, methodical offense of Queen City, when you got a 17-point lead and you're down 17, it's not quite as effective as you would hope. So we'll see if maybe Ash can break off a long one to get him back in the game.
Odom hit at the line, hit again, and tackled for no gain on the play. 3rd down and 6 from their own 33-yard line, and guys, just like that, another 3rd and long.
Yeah, T-Roy, it looks like they're trying to shut down the running game and dare them to beat him with a pass.
Yeah, especially since Chris Curtis suffered that finger injury, dislocated finger. We'll see what A.J. Carswell does on this play.
Caswell to throw, pressure coming, completes it over the middle, but he can't break away. Stephen Hacker with the reception. Again, another 4th down and 2.
You see that? That was a double safety blitz.
I saw, yeah, I thought they might take something over the top there, but Caswell must not have recognized it in time.
Now they got a punt again to Vancouver. Oy, oy, oy.
Yeah, definitely not the start the Corsairs were looking for. They definitely need to heat up and catch fire, like one of my partners like to say. Shout out to you, Damon.
Damon was a little hesitant to share T-Roy tonight, being a little little territorial right there, saying nobody broadcasts with T-Roy but Damon Simeon, but well, we just wanted to borrow you for one night, that's all. We'll give you back.
Yeah, me and Damon will be back next week.
That's right. So Vancouver looking to put more points on the board here. So they come out in a 3-receiver set, split backs in the backfield. Sanchez takes a handoff. He's hit right at the line by Avery King. Again, in on just about every tackle, it seems. 2nd down and 9.
Love the design, just nowhere for him to go. But for this Vancouver passing game, Queen City's not safe yet.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Xander Gold, Jimmy Ligon, Achilles Frank, Ashley Jackson. Somehow she's in every single chat ever, it seems. Appreciate you being there. Josh Miller. Multi-apples. That's interesting. Out route is complete on the top of your screen. Pass was hauled in by Slade Hansen, one of the tight ends here on the Legion. 3rd down and 2.
Now I think I'd love to see another dose of Sanchez here. Get your 2 and then
I
just
agree.
Keep rolling on.
Sanchez not having a statistical fantastic season with only 3.8 yards per carry, but only needs 2 here. So we again see the 3-receiver split back set, and out route is picked off. He is not going to be touched. Farrow Reigns into the end zone for the first interception and first touchdown of his career.
Someone once said you hate to see this kind of thing happen. And yeah, you don't want to throw a pick 6 in that situation, because now the momentum swinging a little bit to Queen City, and that, I mean, I don't know. Pepper just didn't see him, but very unfortunate.
A huge congratulations to Farrow Reigns, the undrafted rookie coming into the season. 6'2", 210-pound rookie. He had 14 tackles coming to this game and not much else. But not only is it his first career interception, but it's a pick 6 to boot. And that's what gets Queen City on the board and puts them right back into this ball game. T-Roy, how about that?
Yeah, that was a great play. He definitely lurked Pepper into thinking that Braun was wide open for that catch. Good job by him. Way to bring Queen City back in.
Extra point is up and through, and Queen City gets a little bit closer as they put 7 on the board. 17-7, Vancouver over the Corsairs, and Ricky Matthews will tee the ball up to kick it back to Chris Braun and the Legion. Pepper throwing the interception there, his 13th pick on the season. You know, he's thrown quite a few. I mean, when you have 13 touchdowns, now to have 13 picks as well, You know, it's you kind of want to have a little bit higher touchdown to interception ratio than that. You know, you take a look at A.J. Caswell on the Queen City bench. You know, he's also got 12 touchdowns on the season, but only 3 picks, which actually is the least in the league. So you wonder if maybe they're playing a little conservative, but, you know, in this case, obviously the pick came to haunt Tom Pepper. SFL is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House, and brought to you in part by Extraordinary Everest, heartfelt messages on the most extraordinary place on earth. Bit Central and Fuel, transforming SFL media in 2019. That pass hauled in by Mickey Martino. Harry's all you need for a close, comfortable shave, and more that we will get to later on. 2nd down and 3.
And Vancouver's found something with that little pass for right down the middle of the heart of the Queen City defense. They need to pay attention to that because, I don't know, that's 4 or 5 times that ball he's been wide open, complete.
You know, Andy must have seen something in the scouting that part of the field is wide open. There it is again, yeah. 1st down and 10, hauled in by Killian up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Eddie must have thought that Queen City was going to cover the deep ball. Great job by him strategizing that, hey, we should just take what they give us. And right now, it's those short passes for 5+ yards.
Appreciate everybody being with us tonight here in the chat. Guys, a couple of people seem to be enjoying the 3-man booth. So, T-Roy, you've made our broadcast even better. How about that?
Oh!
Sanchez bowling over Avery King. Gains 8. And, you know, T-Roy, you and I were talking about this pre-game. Sanchez is used quite a bit in the passing game as well. You know, we talked about how he's actually got the least amount of carries in the league, you know, just behind the split, you know, duo on Alaska, but he's actually used in the passing game on 1 out of every 3 touches he has. So every 2 times you see him run the ball, you're probably going to see a pass his way too, like we saw there.
Yep, and looks like he's getting a nice carry. Can he break this tackle here?
Yeah, it doesn't need to. He got 1st down yardage. So 1st down and 10, now into Queen City territory. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the 1st half.
Yeah, and Vancouver's bouncing back with a nice drive here. That's kind of what you need to do. You throw a pick 6, you just get those 6 back.
And yeah, if they keep using Sanchez, they'll definitely help Pepper out.
Pepper back to throw on 1st down. Checks it down to Sanchez right at the line of scrimmage. He's able to gain 3 up to the Queen City 44-yard line. So we take a look at the quarterback comparison so far. Other than that interception, Pepper really running away with this one.
Yeah, Pepper's responsible for every point except for 3.
That's true, unfortunately.
4 receivers set on 2nd down. Sanchez in the backfield. Pepper to throw. Sanchez staying in to block. Fires over the middle and incomplete. Painful drop by Slade Hansen, the tight end.
I think that's his 2nd drop of the day.
I agree, yeah.
If he hits you in the hands, there's nobody there. Dude, you got to catch the ball, man.
Yeah,
2 hands for safety.
I mean, if you have a quarterback that's actually willing to throw you the ball, you need to catch it.
Exactly.
Pepper has a receiver wide open. Killian catches it at the 20, brings it down to the 10-yard line. 1st down and goal, Vancouver.
You know, you're seeing something with Queen City that you didn't see in Dallas. There's no pressure, so Pepper can scan the field and just find his open receivers, and Killian's gotten open multiple times. That's got to be his 8th catch of the game.
Yeah, I think that's that same corner route that we saw earlier where he had a nice completion and a big gain. All the way down to the 10-yard line. They actually mark it as a 1st and 10 from the 10. And again, they could get another 1st down at the 1-inch line if they wanted to. Offside eye. Pepper to throw. Checks it down to the brick wall. Wall gains 2. 2nd down and 8.
I don't know about checking it down to the wall. Not the speediest guy, and those safeties and linebackers don't have far to go since you're so close to the goal line. You kind of have to zip it a little bit faster. Those screens probably aren't going to be as effective as they normally would be.
And remember, they already scored a touchdown on a pass to Wall, so they're definitely looking out for him.
Pepper to throw. Wall open at the top of the screen. Pass is complete over the middle.
Hey, he redeemed himself.
I think that's actually the other tight end, Gene Eric, as we have arrived at the Quip 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. Three receiver set on 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Pepper to throw, checking it down to Sanchez, and he is into the end zone for another Vancouver touchdown.
I was staring at the top of the screen. He was open, and many a quarterback has missed the open running back this week in the SFL, but Sanchez, again, plenty of time. Pepper plenty of time and finds Sanchez, and he just walks into the end zone, no problem. And Vancouver responds right back and scores, and in a surprising, about to be 24-7 game.
Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibrations. Brush head refills for only $5, refilled every 3 months. They're covered for life with free shipping for life. Use the link that'll scroll across the bottom of your screen throughout the broadcast. Your purchase will help support the SFL through our partnership. Quip, a more wholesome clean. That extra point is up and good by Ashley Finch. She's still perfect on the season. Now 24-7 over Queen City.
Yes, please buy some toothbrushes. I'm starving.
Starving artist. Be interesting to see if Chris Curtis comes back after the halftime break. If you missed it, Curtis was injured earlier on in the game.
Oh.
Ouch. Painful, punishing hit there on Johnson. Curtis, what was it, guys? He jammed his finger? Dislocated his finger.
Yep.
Dislocated his finger.
Yank it out and tight.
Yeah, just pop it back in place.
See, I think he's actually in there now.
I see Hacker at the bottom. Curtis might be in the slot, maybe? We will see. Caswell under center. Ball is handed off to Odom running up the middle, and no, I think he's still out.
There he is.
I don't see him.
But that was still a good carry by Ash Odom. 9 yards to start off this drive, but they're going to have to hurry up because the clock is melting.
Yeah, you're right. There he is. Chris Curtis now in the slot.
I see you, Chris. Do you see me?
Oh, jeez. The wrath of Khan. The wrath of Matt. Odom takes a handoff, gets first down yardage and more, bringing it up to the 43-yard line, and Queen City will go into the hurry-up. Two backs in the backfield. Caswell to throw, fires over the middle to Hacker, sidestepping the defender and the ref, and getting his way up to the 44, now in Vancouver territory with 1:02 to go.
I missed the tackle there and sprung him for another 5 or 6 yards.
Caswell checks it down to Odom behind the line of scrimmage. Odom stiff arms the defender and gets out of bounds after a gain of 5, pushing Ligon down to the ground.
I don't know about you, Mike. I've seen enough stiff arms and trucks for a whole season.
Matt still reeling from last night's defeat to the Dallas Lobos.
And to rub it in, the score just scroll across the bottom of the screen.
I keep seeing it. Stop it. Stop it, Irvino.
Our intern just totally toying with us. Out route to Hacker, complete for a first down up to the 33-yard line. Queen City knocking on Vancouver's door now for the first time offensively.
Yeah, they're almost in field goal range here at the minimum, and any points will be well received for Queen City.
Let's go. Yeah, definitely want to cut this lead short. Get some momentum for the second half.
Three receivers on first down. Caswell checks it down to Odom. Trucks through the defender, gains 2, gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 47 seconds to go. Still with all 3 timeouts, but Matt, I heard you groan. I think you would have rather seen a different play.
Yeah, I mean they got 2 yards. They're close to the field goal range, but I don't know. It just
We're
seems
not
like a
fighting
wasted
for
opportunity.
we're not fighting for field goals here, right? I mean, we want touchdowns.
Yeah, you always want touchdowns.
I formation on 2nd down and 8. Ball once again handed off to Odom, wrapped up at the line, tackled for a loss of 1, and Queen City needs to burn their first time out.
Yeah,
I can feel your pain, man. I can hear you.
Well, one thing for me as a broadcaster is I'm not shy about sharing my feelings, and that was definitely not the play that I would have liked to see called in that situation. Just run a 10 or 5-6 yard out. Get something.
Crowd here in Canada Field on their feet, willing their defense to get another stop. 3rd down and 9, 44 seconds to go. Caswell back to throw. Out route to Curtis. Gains only about 3, maybe 4. They'll give him 4. 4th down and 5, and they will have to try for a 45-yard field goal as Ricky Matthews runs out onto the field without his helmet.
Yeah. He's missing something because he likes to breeze.
He's got it.
Reminds me of a Buffalo Bills Super Bowl.
Oh.
Darn you, Thurman.
Thurman couldn't fight it.
Yeah, thankfully that worked for me. Redskins fan.
And we've lost T-Roy. 44-yard field goal try is no good. Wide left.
Speaking of the Bills, it's wide.
Wide left. At least it
And
wasn't
Queen
wide
City's
right.
from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Queen City is Buffalo, and they know a thing or two about wide kicks. Let's check this out. Is that even close?
Yeah, that was the right upright that you were seeing.
Oh.
So it flipped.
They
So
thought
it
it
was bad camera angle, but either way, missed wide to the left, and Vancouver not only gets the ball back, but they're already at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position. 3 timeouts. They could work their way downfield and set up a long Ashley Finch try here. Sanchez takes the handoff and gets leveled by Doty. 2nd down and 8, but Vancouver burns their first timeout.
At least Vancouver knew well enough to call a timeout. Clock management has been very, very poor in this game, at least on Queen City side, and so far on Vancouver side as well. Dial some up. Dial up that 7-8 yard pass. See what you get. Don't be afraid. I mean, I know you had a pick 6, but come on, put the dagger in.
Pepper, 220 yards and 3 touchdowns so far this evening. We're not even at halftime. Going for Killian, and Killian catches it up at the 48, and now they hurry back to the line.
Why not call a timeout?
Yeah, I was just took the words right out of my mouth.
2 receivers set. Pepper looking to throw, fires over the middle to Martino, completes it for a gain of 9, and now they're just, I don't know what they're doing. They still have all their time. Well, now 2 timeouts. Our intern forgot to take one off the screen. Martino, and they do get the timeout after completion, setting up a very long Ashley Finch field goal try, I would imagine, as we take a look at Andy Hamilton. Speaking of poor clock management.
Yeah, and Pepper's like, Andy, you call the timeout. And he's like, oh, you call the timeout. What the heck? There's confusion. Yeah, I don't know. Good old Andy, blaming his quarterback.
Yep. That's how Hamilton rolls. So let's see if we do see Ashley Finch out onto the field, or we do. So this one will be from 48, almost 49 yards.
Ooh.
From
Depending on where the wind
left
blows.
hash. She hit from 42 last week. This one up, and it is good from 49 yards out. Ashley Finch now 10 of 10 on the season.
Can we say Ashley greater than Bex?
Oh, wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, Vancouver's old kicker, Bex Kick'em, she had to get cut. So, there was
What a stinker.
a thing with the owner of the team. I don't know. But in any case, that brings us to halftime. Your score at the half, Vancouver 27, Queen City 7. Queen City will be looking to make some halftime adjustments here so they can get back out here and get back into this ball game. We're going to take a short break. We will be back after just a couple-minute halftime break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Canada Field here in Vancouver, Canada, where the Legion have 27 points on the board. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator. I'm joined in the booth by Matt Wilson and T-Roy Gaines. On stats is Stephen Hacker tonight. Queen City will get the ball to start the second half, and they desperately need it as they are down 20 here in Canada. Ball taken by Johnson, returns it up to the 30-yard line, and Caswell will come out onto the field and get things going. And yeah, very surprised about this, Matt. You know, Queen City Corsairs 5-1, Vancouver Legion 2-4. You know, I did mention in the opening I thought their record was deceiving, but you know, what do you think so far of this one?
Yeah, I thought it would be a close competitive game, but this is a thumping by Vancouver. And I mean, Queen City's done nothing on offense.
Caswell hit as he throws. Dangerous pass into coverage. Bowers providing the pressure. And T-Roy, what are your thoughts on the first half? I mean, you know, Vancouver obviously game planned well for this one. Yeah,
and their defense has been hungry, not giving any lanes for A.J. Caswell to throw the ball to his receivers. And then the offense has been on fire for the Legion. Tom Pepper only throwing one INT, and they scored 27 points. It's just been so far a dominant performance from Vancouver. See if Queen City can catch up here. Levant Irvine in on the coverage on that one, kind of pirouetting in front of the pass. Way to throw your body in there, big fella. Second down and 10. Split backs in the backfield, 3 receivers set. Odom takes a handoff, trucks through the defender. Can't quite get through that second one, but gains 9. Third down and a manageable 1, and I think this is probably the first manageable third down that I remember seeing for Queen City yet tonight.
I think that might be Odom's longest run of the day, which is not good for a Queen City fan.
Yeah, especially if you're trailing by 20.
Odom takes a handoff, running off tackle to the right, gets first down yardage and more, and then absolutely leveled by Gus Schultz coming out of the strong safety position.
He's not only a commentator, he's a heck of a player too.
That's right. Kind of like that T-Roy Gaines guy.
I don't know about that guy. He needs to make sure he catches the ball and not fumble.
Yeah.
That's a great play by Schultz, making sure that Ash Odom doesn't take that one to the house, as we know for him doing throughout his career.
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep Odom from gaining the big gains, just keep him, you know, even 6 or 8. Especially with this lead, it's a win. Clock's ticking.
Odom takes a handoff again, runs straight into the arms of Irvine. Gains only 5, second down and 5. I say only. That's still one of his better runs.
Sounds so romantic, into the arms.
Right into the arms of the Irvine.
I will not cue any Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, if you could, that'd be good. When I say if you could, I mean if you could not.
Darn.
Odom running up the middle again, breaking a tackle and getting a first down. That time running through Irvine, not into Irvine.
Well, my man T-Roy's letting me down. You know, someone's got to cue up the music.
Well, I need somebody to do something so I can sing, man.
Right, yeah, it's not just... See, that's the difference, Matt. You just, like, start singing random songs. T-Roys actually have, like, a purpose.
For now.
Odom, more running room along the right-hand side. Schultz with the tackle. Gains 4, and, man.
Okay.
I thought Odom was down, and I was going to start saying maybe the refs should check the Vancouver defense for shivs.
Well, I think they've got the brass knucks at least. We've seen some explosive hitting by Vancouver, and there's stuff in the box here ready for Odom again.
2 receivers set here on second down and 6. Caswell, quick pass to Chris Curtis, complete up to the 24-yard line, giving Queen City another first down. And so far, T-Roy, I don't want to jinx them, but this has been an impressive opening second-half possession for Queen City.
Yes, it has. And great catch by Curtis there. But the main man's Ash Odom, he's been getting at least 5 yards per carry so far in this drive. They have to get 6, though.
J.K. Johnson, mainly used as a kick and punt returner, getting involved in the passing game there.
Took a little play out of Vancouver's playbook there. Little 7-yard gain. I like it. Now that sets up Odom for a very manageable run here.
I think that might have been Eric Barkley's second half adjustment. It was, okay, let's do what Vancouver did.
Oh, no.
Odom stiff-arming the defender and dragging the other one with him, almost getting past the marker. I thought he got there, but they're going to say no. Jimmy Ligon hopped on his back and went for a 3-yard ride. Third down in inches from the 14, and I don't think you challenge this. I think you just hand it off to Odom or even let Caswell keep it. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, just give it to Odom. Don't even risk your quarterback here.
Run, Caswell, run. Do it. We've seen some impressive quarterback runs this season, right? They do hand it off to Odom, and why is he going to the outside? He got there. Irvine wraps him up and tackles him at the 11, but not before a Queen City first down. That one scared me.
Both of them scared me. Odom could have been tackled for losses on both those runs, but he turns them into a first down, and now Queen City's rolling here, and again, 11. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown here, so I'd give it to your back again.
Hadley Diamante, the fullback, with the block on that one.
Oh, no.
Vancouver has adjusted, it seems, as Odom is leveled in the backfield. Second down and 12.
Another problem you have is Odom's run the ball so much, he might be a little gassed. His backup could be in, and
well, you still got the 3 receivers.
Yeah, this is a good call here by Queen City there. Give your running back a break and even get something short, 7-8 yards.
Yeah,
maybe to Curtis.
Get half of it here. Caswell looking, firing towards the end zone over the middle, complete. Gained about half of it back. That one caught in by hauled in by Brian Seek, the tight end. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
So, yeah, whoop. The linebacker there thought he had a shot at it, but
Irvine trying to get the pick.
Why doesn't play wide receiver, folks?
It's a 2 receiver set here on 3rd and 5. I formation. Odom takes the handoff, trying to get through, and he is stopped.
I think that's the first time I've seen 2 people explode on a tackle. They both went flying. Someone checked somebody for weapons.
Well, it didn't help Ash by jumping. I don't think he needed to jump on that play. That definitely gave the opportunity for him to get blown up like that.
So Ricky Matthews onto the field trying to redeem himself. Missed one earlier. This one a much more manageable 22-yard try from the left hash for the left-footed Ricky Matthews. High snap, hauled in, kick is up, and it is good. And Queen City narrows the gap now 27-10 behind Vancouver.
Well, I mean, you know, it's 17 points, so not impossible. 2 touchdowns and a field goal, but your defense has got to pick the ball off or just stop Vancouver from scoring.
The SFL is sponsored by Matt Doyle Designs, the official design partner of the SFL, MediaTek Institute. Visit MediaTek.edu for diploma programs. Turn your passion into your profession. And MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. Chris Braun brings that one up to the 29. And Matt, go ahead and finish your thought.
Yeah. Bottom line is Queen City's defense needs to step up and at least force a punt here. Even 3 points by Vancouver is almost a death sentence for Queen City. I hate to say it, so we'll see how they respond.
17-point ball game here with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. First down and 10. Tom Pepper under center. 3 receivers bunched to the bottom of the screen. Pepper with a quick pass down the left-hand side. Killian again, and I believe that's the same post route we've seen about 4 times now.
Killian is killing the Queen City secondary there. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful. Yeah, there's nobody on him. Hello, hello.
I keep calling it a post route. It's a corner.
Yeah. It's just some kind of weakness Andy Hamilton saw in the film, and it's paying dividends.
Pepper under center will throw. Quick pass hauled in by Killian again. Gains 8, and Killian just having an absolute blast tonight. Killian, the leading receiver on the Legion, came into tonight's game with 755 yards and 5 touchdowns on 56 receptions. Now over 800 on the season. He had 118 yards and a touchdown just last game alone, and it looks like he's on pace to match or exceed that here tonight. Pepper firing right-hand side, and Killian was out of bounds on that one.
ran out of real estate, called the play on the short side of the field, and unfortunately for Vancouver, he didn't have the old twinkle toes there.
And Queen City needs to stop him here. They got less than 15 minutes left in this ball game to get themselves back in this game.
I'd love to see him run, but looks like they're gonna take their chances and throw. Let's see.
Pepper, yeah. Pepper firing up the right-hand side. Chris Braun with the reception up to the 23-yard line. Another Vancouver first down.
I don't know, T-Roy, another out there. Let's see what replay shows.
Looked like just another corner, I think.
Corner, yeah.
Just another corner, but Queen City is probably expecting the pass to Killian since he's been dominating with these nice catches throughout this whole game. And they surprised him with Chris Braun, who's been doing a great job whenever he gets a chance to make a catch.
Sicario in on the tackle for the Corsairs. Pepper to throw yet again, has time, throws over the middle, and that one should have been picked, but it was dropped. And wow, guys, that really could have flipped the script here just a little bit. I think he would have gone to the house. Chase Robbins had his hands on it, but dropped it.
Oh, yeah. Possible momentum shifter.
All right, and that's why he plays on defense, but still, that should have been picked off. That could have mean points, at least 3 points off the board. We'll see what happens.
4 receiver set on 2nd down and 10 from the Queen City 23-yard line. Pepper, short drop, fires over the middle, complete. Avery King wraps up Martino and brings him down. 3rd down and 5 after a 5-yard gain.
Feasting on that middle of the field, huh, T-Roy?
Yes, they are. Nice catch by Mickey Martino. And let's keep bringing up this point. I think Tom Pepper still only has 1 INT. I hope I didn't curse him here, but he's doing a great job not turning over the ball.
Just the one so far. Pepper, 7-step drop, fires complete to Chris Braun all the way up to the 10-yard line. Guys, these receivers are just standing there wide open.
The middle of the field's been open all day. So far, Queen City has not adjusted. They're going to have to. They need to make a turnover right here. They cannot give up points on this drive. I don't care if it's 3 or 6. They have to stop them somehow, some way.
Riverboat Annie needs to calm down and run the darn ball. Be careful.
Pepper will throw, firing down to, I think, Sanchez right at the line, gaining only about a yard. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. And, you know, Matt, I know you keep begging for the run, and you know people can say what they want about Dallas, although we saw a unfortunate heavy dose of running last night out of the Lobos. But you know people say that Dallas likes to throw. Well, I mean Vancouver really, statistically speaking, throws significantly more than they run. And this pass complete to Killian, gets it up to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2, and maybe now is where you see Ivan Sanchez run it in.
Does this man drop the ball? Holy.
Not today. Not today he doesn't.
Holy Toledo.
And we see why he's the leading receiver on the Legion here, making great catches.
This looks like a great defense to run against. Look at all those guys in the secondary.
Right.
Pepper hands the ball off to Sanchez, and he is stuffed. Stopped at the line. Avery King saving the day for the Corsairs. 4th down and goal.
I don't know. I think I'm greedy. I would go for it here.
Yeah, with a 17-point lead. Just say, you know what?
If you turn the ball over, Queen City's on the half-yard line, but they'll take their 3, play conservative. I guess it's okay. Just like excitement, that's all.
Ashley Finch lining up for her 11th field goal try. That one, a easy 17-yard chip shot up and through. Finch collapses.
On, Ashley. It's not that big of a
She collapses in celebration.
Hey, she's still perfect. She got reason to celebrate.
I think I could have kicked that.
Andy Hamilton in the chat even a little bit upset that they went for the field goal there and didn't just go for it.
Yes, hashtag sad. I agree.
Johnson takes the ball back to his own 11-yard line, returns it up to the 31. Now back to being a 3-touchdown ball game. with 11 minutes 55 seconds to go. And T-Roy, what do we need to see out of this Queen City offense to even contend in this one at this point?
They need to find some type of balance, get Chris Curtis involved. He's back from his dislocated finger. Let him go against that one-on-one defender right there and make some plays.
Caswell in the gun. Curtis running down the seam.
Oh.
No, instead they check it down to Odom, and that one was nearly picked off by Frank Champion.
Man,
well,
what did that?
That would have been a nail.
Yeah, did he get spooked or something? He had
Yeah, Curtis
on a go, and he was open. All he had to do was throw it deep, and he just kind of started jittering around in the pocket and threw that ball kind of awkwardly. So, not good for Caswell.
Look, Curtis got that one man. He can beat him. Throw it to him.
Curtis
at the this time.
Curtis at the bottom of your screen. Odom takes the handoff, running off back to the left, gaining only 2 yards. 3rd down and 8. Matt, this is not what we should be seeing from the Corsairs right now, I think.
Well, that was my concern with Queen City. They're built to kind of be a slow, methodical offense. They're not built for big chunk plays, and right now they need a chunk play.
Press coverage at the top and bottom of your screen. Caswell under center, looking, pressure coming. Pass is complete to Curtis, but short. 4th down and 3 from their own 38-yard line, and that looks like that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Don't believe we'll see another play before the clock expires, so that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books, 1 remaining. Your score after 3, Queen City 10, Vancouver 30. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Get the 4th quarter started and wrap this ball game up. Ricky Matthews on to punt for the Corsairs. I'm Mike Daggs, calling play-by-play tonight. Joined in the booth by the Hall of Famer, the Bronze Bomber himself, quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, Matt Wilson, running back for the Baltimore Vultures. T-Roy Gaines also with us tonight as we're trying to pull off a 3-man booth. Chris Braun takes it at the 29-yard line, no gain on the return. 1st down and 10 for the Legion. And Matt, now I would expect to see a heavy dose of Sanchez, but something tells me Pepper is going to want to keep chucking it.
Well, just don't pick 6 it again, Pepper, because that's, even if you got to go 3 and out, it's a better result than a pick 6.
Pharaoh Reigns with his first career interception earlier tonight, taking it back to the house. Pepper stepping up into the pocket and brought down, nearly sacked on the play.
Man, Mickey Martinez been targeted 13 times. Holy smoke, Toledo.
And I think most of his catches have been inside, while Killian was the one with the corner routes. But it's been working for him.
I mean, both of those guys have to have double-digit, at least, thrown to numbers. I don't know about his receptions, but it's been up there.
3 receivers in the formation. Pepper, short drop, hit as he throws, and that one nearly intercepted. Probably should have been taken away. Oscar Dunkley had his hands on the ball, intended for Killian again. Same corner route we've seen a few times, but I think that one was underthrown because he was hit.
Yeah, and much better coverage, too. So, we'll see. Key 3rd down here for Queen City.
Yeah, they got to stop him here and get themselves back in this game real quick.
4 receiver set on 3rd down. Pepper to throw, 5-step drop, firing down the right-hand side, and well covered, incomplete. The Corsairs hold, and they will get the ball back, and they even stop the clock. 10 minutes, 41 seconds to go. Jess Johnson on to punt for the Legion. Is this her first punt of the night?
I believe so.
Andy with the all-female kicking crew.
There's a joke there.
SFL first. I didn't want to say it.
Andy. He's a good man. Johnson punts it away. J.K. Johnson, the 3rd, returns it. Brings it back to the 32-yard line. A.J. Caswell. Oh, go ahead, T-Roy.
say, guys, I want to talk about the missed opportunities. That missed field goal by Queen City in the first half could have made this deficit a lot shorter. And then those missed INTs, because they could have had better field position. They would have picked the ball off earlier. Now that they're on, what, 32, they got to make up some time here.
Yep, 68 yards to go to the end zone. Caswell takes care of about 8 of them right there. Chris Curtis completed the pass up to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 2. The clock is running. I'd almost go into the hurry up right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if he had gotten out of bounds, it would have been a much better play. But
yeah,
you know, Vancouver's like 8 yards, clock ticking away. We can deal with that. They just don't want the chunk plays like this, the big plays.
Yeah, but look at the Legion defense here playing way off. There is 7 in the box, but through only 3 down linemen. Odom taking advantage of that as he runs off tackle to the right. Gains 1st down yardage up to the 48, but again, the clock keeps on ticking.
Only 78 yards for Ash Odom. I mean, you're holding him to under 100 this far in the game. You've done an excellent job on defense.
Well, for sure. Yeah, last week they hosted Tulsa in Queen City, and Ash Odom just went off. 28 carries, 240 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging 8.6 per carry. So, you know, here we are early in the 4th quarter, and you have him under 100 yards. You're doing something right. Caswell hands the ball off to Odom, trucking his way up the middle. You know, 5-yard gain, but you know, I think it might be time to take it to the skies with your 3 star receivers that you have.
Yeah, these runs are not going to cut it. The clock moves faster than you think, and I try to get that fade to Curtis again if you get the opportunity, but this formation not akin to a big play.
Caswell hands the ball off to Odom, trucking through the defender and getting a 1st down. Knocked Dante West right on his butt. Mark Lopez is able to wrap him up, tackle him. Another Queen City 1st down, but
fine play if you're down 10, maybe even 14.
Right.
I mean, but this is, I mean, tick.
Yeah, I don't want to knock these plays. I mean, they're getting 1st downs, but the clock's rolling, boys.
And this is what happens behind the 8 ball. But look at that. He's getting closer and closer to 100 yards. If he gets 107, he'll have 7,000 for his career.
Odom takes a handoff, running right up the middle. Gains a 1st down and gets his head absolutely taken off.
Andy Hamilton might have injected some of these guys with some substance we can't mention on air.
Maybe it's called Legion Aid.
Yes.
Well, we've heard of Legionnaire's disease. I'm a Legion Aid.
I don't think that's it, Matt.
It has a Legion in it, darn it.
3-4 defensive formation for the Legion as they're just trying to stop this run. And it works here is, for whatever reason, we see Queen City continuing to run the ball. Mark Lopez with another tackle.
Yeah, Queen City, or Vancouver's loving this. You know, 2 minutes off the clock, and you know they've moved the ball, but gotta score now. Put it up to Curtis. Put it up to anybody.
Especially with this set, Vancouver playing close to the line. Caswell, quick pass, has Curtis over the middle. Nope, that's Hacker, and Hacker fights his way into the end zone, and right on cue, Matt, you called it. Queen City into the end zone for a touchdown through the skies. Stephen Hacker with his 10th on the season.
Hacker bodying people. Like, I'm having another flashback moment. That's your son on the ground again? Oh.
I don't know why you got to go there, man.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It just happened.
I'm glad y'all teammates.
Wow. Well, maybe not for long.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I was on my butt plenty of times last night, too, let me tell you.
You know, I did start my career with Queen City, and you know, maybe they need a tight end again. High snap, extra point is up and good. Queen City's narrowed the gap, 30-17. 7 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter.
Would you guys onside kick it here, even though it's only 7:28 left?
No.
Yeah, it's still a little early, but you got to rely on your defense. SFL sponsored by Movement, premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. Quip, perfect oral care. delivered. ScoreStream, the official score updates app of the SFL, and SpyGoat, the sound choice. You know, I was once attacked by a goat as a child, but that's a conversation for a different day. First down and 10 for the Vancouver Legion from the 29-yard line. It was at a petting zoo, and he just rammed me. But anyway, Chris Braun returning that one.
Was its name Spy?
I didn't ask his name, Matt. I was about 4 years old, and I was sad. I just got rammed by a goat.
Could have been the first spy goat ever.
You know, I think maybe it was. Pepper under center, 3-receiver set. Pepper still slinging it, but why not when the middle of the field is that open? Killian with his 11th reception on the day, and you see those the wide receiver comparison between the two wide receivers on the same team, both over 100 yards.
That's a day. That's a Joe Montana, West Coast Bill Walsh kind of day.
Yep.
Short 8-9 yard gains, and nothing really big, but enough to move the ball. And I think you had to keep throwing. You can't just put your foot on the brakes here. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, Killian completes that one. Wasn't even quite sure who that was to. I don't think Killian was at first either, but he caught it, got a first down, stayed in bounds, clock's rolling.
I believe Slave Hansen thought he was playing for the Vancouver Grizzlies there. He did a nice pick, making sure that his wide receiver was able to make that catch.
First down and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Pepper changing the play at the line. There was probably a run called, and Pepper wanted to keep on slinging it. Killian out of bounds, doing his best Cade Stevens impersonation. Second down and 10.
Yeah, definitely out of bounds in both cases.
That does stop the clock in Queen City's favor. Desperately, they need to get the ball back here.
The chat is saying, Mike, there's a reason you're the GOAT. Not the greatest of all time, just you're a GOAT.
Oof.
Why, because I got attacked? That's just rude. It's a traumatic childhood event. Anyway, gain of 2. That's all I've got to say about that.
I fell off the wagon once.
You jumped out of the wagon, Matt. Are we really going to get into this on the air? So I'm pulling a wagon on my bike, and Matt's in the wagon. I have it tied to the bike. Pepper back to throw. Oh my gosh, look at this. Killian, another corner out. The wagon story will have to wait. Killian just absolutely tearing it up here this evening. 13 catches, 163 yards. He has been eating this corner out alive.
I think that might be the nail in the coffin. Vancouver now in field goal range. And if I was them, I'd run the ball, run the clock, kick the field goal, and say, all right, Queen City, you got to throw a bomb here.
If Vancouver scores any more points, then we'll get back into the wagon story. But for now, we have a ball game to call. Sanchez hit behind the line. Queen City still playing. Zane Doty with a tackle for a loss on the play. Doty, one of the leading tacklers on the Queen City defense, came into the night with 43 tackles, nearly tied with fellow free safety Achilles Frank, who had 44. The two of those free safeties, huge difference maker on this Queen City defense, just not able to stop Vancouver tonight. 4 receivers set here on 2nd and 13. Pepper brought down and sacked. Jeff Duffy with his 4th sack on the season.
Yeah, but trying to go deep there and ran out of time, and you got to know as a quarterback, tick, 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 get out of there. Oh. And that was quite a rude tackle, too. But it never gets good to get slung down like that right on the shoulder.
But guess...
Go ahead, T-Ray.
Well, I'm sorry, just guess what that does do. That clock keeps on running. It doesn't really help Queen City.
Well, it helps them if Vancouver doesn't score any points. They're out of field goal range by a long shot now.
Split backs in the backfield, 3rd down and 19, trying to bleed as much time off the clock as possible. Hands the ball off to Sanchez, runs up the middle and stopped. And if I was Queen City, I would have called a timeout there. But 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go, 4th and 16, and they will get the ball back.
Like I said, that sack put Vancouver out of field goal range for sure. So there's still some hope.
even with the leg of Ashley Finch, would have been way too far to try that one. That it would have been, what, about a 60-yard kick?
Yeah, no one's kicking 60 yards.
Not unless you have quite the fierce backline. Low snap corralled in by Jess Johnson. The punt bounces down at the 5, at the 1, and into the goal line. Thank you for the sound effects, Matt. That really enhanced that special teams play.
Wait.
Fair
What?
catch interference.
Fair
Meundies
catch?
Laundry on the field.
Really?
I don't know. The Corsairs declined the penalty anyway, so.
Oh, that's awfully sporty of them.
I would have accepted it.
I'm not sure what that was. I didn't see anybody even remotely close to the
Have you
area,
seen
but
that call? I've
yeah,
never seen that call.
that's weird. MeUndies the most
That's-
comfortable, world's most comfortable underwear. Visit MeUndies.com/simulationFL. You'll get 15% off your purchase, which will help support the SFL through our partnership. Give the gift of comfort with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, free shipping and returns. Signature soft and stretchy MeUndies as Caswell finds Curtis down the field. And gosh, I wish we saw this about a quarter ago. Queen City
Agreed.
hurrying back to the line. 4 receivers set. Caswell, pressure coming. Caswell just gets rid of it, nearly intercepted, throwing it right to Jimmy Ligon. 2nd down and 10, but the clock is stopped.
Well, they need another 2 passes like that for a touchdown. Onside kick and 3 timeouts. You never know, but they need to strike and they need to have all their timeouts.
Yeah, I might make those receivers climb the ladder and make those catches. They all are 6'5". They are tall receivers here in Queen City.
3 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Caswell quick out to Curtis. Completes the pass. Gains only 4. At least he gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
Yeah, hashtag eliminate quick outs when you need this many points.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan Guarva in the chat. I'm not sure if I pronounced that one correctly, but looks like his first SFL game. Appreciate you joining us, and I hope you enjoy what you see. Visit our website, simulationfl.net, if you want to find out more about us. You can join our Discord server. That pass complete to Stephen Hacker falls out of bounds after a 4-yard gain at the 44-yard line, 4th and 2, and obviously Queen City will need to stay on the field and go for this one.
This is tricky now. I mean, do you run Odom, try to get the first? Or, you don't want to turn the ball over on downs here. That's probably your highest percentage play, but, nope, they're going to run and gun it here, so run and shoot.
Caswell firing and incomplete. Ligon in on the coverage on Chris Curtis, and Vancouver will take over on downs.
Vancouver blitzed, and look at this man. Look at this man coverage. He's just shadowing the receiver. You don't see too much man in the SFL, but that's about as clean as you can get.
Yeah, he's basically running Curtis's route, well scouted.
Should have ran the go one-on-one and a man. That might have been a touchdown.
A little
Or
stop and
sack.
go. Yeah, a little stop and go route. Get him to turn, and off he goes.
Yep.
We'll see if a miracle can happen. Can they get a turnover here?
Yeah, if Sling and Hamilton is still throwing the ball, you never know.
Pepper stepping up into the pocket, and down he goes. Sacked on the play for a 2-yard loss. Mendez with the sack, but yeah, go ahead, Matt.
It's good as a run. Now T-Roy's point is very valid. Not that it wasn't before. The clock's running. What you gonna do?
Yeah, they need to force a turnover in the worst way to get themselves back in this game. If I was Vancouver, just hand the ball off to Sanchez and have him protect the rock.
Offset eye formation here on 2nd down and 12. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go at the snap. Sanchez running off tackle to the left, finds running room. Finally brought down on the play by Frank. 3rd down and 3, and that will bring us to the Quip 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. So I'm Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson and T. Roy Gaines of the Mexico City Aztecs and Baltimore Vultures, respectively. Appreciate both you gentlemen joining me this evening. Had a fun time calling this game, and man, Pepper's still not done as he finds Killian on the corner route. Killian walks into the end zone, finally able to actually break one of those for a touchdown. It was only a matter of time. He's got to be over 200 yards now, and now on the board.
Oh man, T-Roy, that route is just, that's been this game in a nutshell, that route.
Yep, and Brett Killian was killing Queen City softly with his catches. I'm not singing that song. That's Lauryn Hill singing that. But nice catch by him. That out route was just killing Queen City all day, like you said, Matt.
All right, if you two are going to sing, I'll just have to talk over you. So
she has a high voice. I can't sing soprano.
Matt can do it.
That thing,
Oh, I didn't say you should. I just said you could.
that was Lauryn Hill's single album, not the Fugees.
37-17, the Legion over Queen City with 1:53 to go, and this one, at this point, looks like it's out of reach. Vancouver, a nice bounce-back game for them after losing last week at Las Vegas, 13-29. And you know, it's funny. In my opening, if you remember, I said Vancouver has won only 2 games this season, but both of them were here at home. Does anybody remember how many points I said they scored in those games?
Was it 38?
It was 38 each in those two, and 37 on the board here tonight. So both of their victories here at home, and now this one will be the third, and 37, 38 points, and that's how they're getting it done. And they just need to figure out a way to bring this on the road. Vancouver will advance to 3-4 on the season. Queen City will fall to 5-2. Queen City heads to Tulsa next week to take on the Desperados. Vancouver heads to Tulsa to take on the Desperados. Queen City will head back to Buffalo, where they will host the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Caswell wrapped up and sacked. Number 50's sitting there celebrating. Caswell's like, well, I'm just going to snap the ball, so you might want to get back on your own side. 4 receivers set. Caswell firing deep over the middle, and that pass caught by Stephen Hacker all the way up at the 44. Queen City will call their first timeout, but I believe might be a little bit too late for a comeback at this point.
Yeah, we should have been seeing this since the first quarter, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, I agree. So I have a wagon tied to my bike, and I thought, I'll just give Matt a ride in the wagon. I can pedal a bike faster than Matt would be able to, so I'll just take him down the street. So Matt gets all bent out of shape. He wants a helmet. Another nice completion there to Hacker, and Caswell's just not going to let me tell this story. So I say fine. I give Matt a helmet, and I didn't really know why he wanted one. We're just going for a little delightful wagon ride. Caswell firing to Johnson, and Johnson's able to get it up inside the 20. So I start pedaling, and then I'm going down the street. Matt's behind me. Obviously he's in the wagon that's tied to my bike. And then suddenly I look back just in time to see Matt leaping out of the wagon, landing on his head. And I think, why? Well, I guess that's why he wanted the helmet, is because he planned to jump onto his head. I still, yes. But he keeps saying he fell. He jumped. He jumped.
The wagon tipped over.
The wagon was still on its wheels.
Flyer wagon. And I lost my eyebrow for about
just part of it. You're so dramatic. 2nd down and 8, 2-yard gain by Odom.
Was blood not flowing down my face? You're like, Matt, are you okay? I'm like,
flowing? Yep. It wasn't flowing.
It was down my face. Your mom looked pretty horrified.
It was, there was that, yes.
See, I'm kind of glad I don't have any friends that grew up with me here in the SFL. They can't tell my embarrassing stories.
I thought Tina was going to say, I'm glad I don't have any friends.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's awfully sad. Johnson, the intended target on the play, batted away. Brings up a 3rd down and 8. Hashtag no friends.
Roy Gaines story.
I'm gonna see
Well,
if I
I'm
can.
not gonna lie. Most of my Facebook friends are you guys in the SFL, so
There you go. We're all you need, buddy.
exactly.
All
Just,
you need is,
you know,
yes.
If you ever hop into a wagon tied to my bike, just do me a favor. Don't jump. It's not safe. Caswell in the gun, firing a out route to Curtis, and he's able to get into the end zone for a Queen City touchdown, putting some points on the board here in garbage time.
But again, I asked for this earlier. Give the ball to Curtis. Let him go up and make catches like this. But unfortunately, as we said before, it's too little too late.
And if I'm not mistaken, Matt, I believe the backups were in there for Vancouver.
But we're going to get a fun onside kick.
I saw Drew Hamilton, one of the backup corners, in on coverage. Wonder if there's any relation to Andy.
I don't know.
Drew
I don't know.
Hamilton, Andy Hamilton. Well, Drew Hamilton's 6'2", so that's not likely unless, I guess one of the Hamiltons actually grew tall.
Yeah, not possible.
Extra point is
Hashtag forever short. Hashtag beating up kids.
hashtag Matt jumped.
Oh,
Hashtag lies.
But that is true. Andy did push my son into the street in front of a car. Like, literally, there was a car coming, and Andy just shoved him into the road. I mean, desperate to make a play, and just literally threw him in front of a car.
I guess Andy lost all his football games when he was little.
Extra point, onside kick. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Onside kick easily recovered by Vancouver. They will take over at the Queen City 40-yard line.
No, Matt did not jump. Hashtag no.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there you
boy.
go. We got Hacker on the right page there. Hashtag Matt. Matt jumped and Andy fights kids. Both true statements. So Vancouver comes out in the victory formation. A very impressive victory for the team. A total team victory, T-Roy. I mean, they came out on offense, and you can tell that they definitely well scouted this game. They realized that the short middle of the field was going to be open, and those deep corner routes were going to be open, and took advantage of it all night long. And the defense just did what they needed to do. I mean, 24 points on the board for Queen City, but that's somewhat deceiving, I think. What are your thoughts on the game, T-Roy?
well, one thing I got to give props to Tom Pepper doing a great job protecting the ball. Only throw one INT. I think he got, 3 or 4 touchdowns today.
Yeah.
That's a nice record. Nice job by him. And the defense made sure that Queen City was behind the 8 ball, because I'm sure Queen City wanted to use Ash Odom early and often, but they just fell behind too soon, and they had to, unfortunately, they should have, abandoned the run, but they kept at it. Couldn't get back in the game.
As Pepper kneels the ball, there will bring up a 4th and 15, and they will actually have to punt this one away, but there will be maybe 10 seconds on the clock at that point. And, Matt, well-rounded victory. What are your final thoughts here?
Yeah, another one-win team loses. This puts Vancouver in a fight for that playoff berth right back in it. Very, very key victory for them. And they're holding a tiebreaker over Queen City, barring if they go on some kind of losing streak. No end of the season schedules are tough for some of these teams, and you never know what's going to happen.
Punt is away. Will bounce into the end zone. Clock will stop with 5 seconds. No fair catch interference this time, folks.
Yeah.
Caswell back out onto the field for one, maybe 2 final plays to finish this one up.
Come on, Caswell. Throw one deep. You can do it, buddy. I believe.
Hacker lined up at the bottom of the screen. Curtis in the slot. Passes to Curtis.
Oh,
And that just puts the icing on the cake of this game. Jimmy Ligon with his 2nd interception on the season. Final score in this one, Vancouver 37, Queen City 24, as we take a look at the final stats. And wow, just a complete all-around game by Vancouver. Queen City did have more rushing yards, as you can see there, but overall. It felt like Vancouver was in control the entire time. Vancouver Legion will advance to 3-4 on the season, heading to Tulsa next week. Queen City falls to 5-2. They will host the Sioux Falls Sparrows in Week 9. Be sure to join us again in only 4 nights for the Friday Night Lights matchup between those Sioux Falls Sparrows as they head to Buffalo to take on the Queen City Corsairs. Kickoff will be at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch TV. We'll get that schedule finalized for you here in a couple of nights. Please also do us a favor, fill out the broadcaster survey. I promise I've made it easier. If you've tried to fill it out before and noticed that it was somewhat lengthy, I really wanted lots of feedback, but I took some advice and shortened it down to one question. Just how did we do? What did you think? And give us any comments. So that will be posted in SFL Alerts and your team channel here shortly. And also the Fan Night Game of the Week voting will be posted in SFL Alerts upon the completion of all of tonight's games. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. I'm Mike Daggs, calling the play-by-play. Been joined in the booth by Mexico City SX quarterback Matt Wilson and Baltimore Vultures running back T-Roy Gaines. Gentlemen, appreciate it. I hope you both had a good time, and thanks for coming on in the booth tonight.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. This was very fun.
Let's take a look at your extraordinary Everest player of the game, and none other than Tom Pepper with 38 of 53, almost 400 yards. Let's just round that bad boy up. 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, triple-digit quarterback rating. That's a good game out of any quarterback. This has been a presentation of the SFL presented by APM Music. For T-Roy Gaines, Matt Wilson, Stephen Hacker on stats, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us, everybody, and good night.